What's up everyone, welcome back to another pickups collections editions video, and I've been sitting here for about 15 minutes trying to get myself ready to do this video. I've just been sitting here just doing nothing, so I thought fuck it, just push record and just hope for the best. But yeah, it's been about 2 weeks since my last one, and it's also been about 2 weeks since I uploaded a video to my channel. Last night I uploaded part 1 to my Tomb Raider anniversary Let's Play, so if you want, go and check that out. But yeah, I've got a nice healthy stack of games here to show and tell, and yeah, I'm going to be going on a holiday at the end of August, 27th of August, and with all these plane tragedies, I'm shitting my pants to get in on a plane right now. I mean, you had the one in March where it just disappeared and they still haven't found it. You got the one that was shot down in Ukraine, and then you had one in Thailand which went down from a typhoon, and now you have got another one that went missing and is assumed crash landed in Algeria, which again it flew over war zones in Algeria. There's hostile places there, and the one in Ukraine where it got shot down in Ukraine, they diverted the plane, or another one of their Malaysian airlines, to not fly over Ukraine, and it now flew over Syria, which is another fucking war zone. And yeah, I'm shitting myself to get on these planes because I'm going to Egypt again, which is the same place as I went to last year, but a different resort. And I'm going to Sharm el Sheikh, whoever it is. And across the ocean, just opposite the next country, over the waters, is Gaza, where they're bombing and blowing people to bits. So there's a bit of a discomfort there. I'm fucking shitting myself for that, but I shouldn't put my life on hold just because there's other people. I mean, I'm going to die anyway. I could walk out the street and get run over by a bus, or in these days get stabbed to death, which seems to be a common thing in England now. Everyone's getting stabbed, so I can walk down the street and get stabbed. So yeah, you shouldn't really be fearful of it. You're going to die anyway. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're going to be talking about this little stack of games here. And I've got two Gamecube golds here, which I found in a PDSA in Basildon yesterday. 2 Gamecube golds, and there's two titles that you would hope to find in a car boot sale, and that would be your pick of the year, your pick of the day, or whatever. It'd be the best, one of the best finds you ever get. So yeah, you got some good shit here. But yeah, let's start with eBay. I've only got one game here on eBay, and I've been after this one for a long time, for about a year now. I've been on and off for every couple of months, or maybe a bit more, every few weeks to a couple months. I would search this on eBay, and I'd never find it. I'd never find it at all. And I'd always see one copy where it had the box and the cartridge, but it was missing the manual. But yeah, then Cybersnake J, he picked it up when he was doing his man versus Master System thing, and he picked it up pretty cheap. But since then, they have been popping up on and off, but mostly without manuals, or they've been going a bit too high, because I have seen it go for in the 30 to £40 mark, but I got this one on auction for a steal, absolute steal. I got it for £16 all in, all fully complete. And this is one that I played as a child. Like, one of my friends had a Master System and he had this game, and yeah, I remember playing it. From what I remember, it's pretty good, because I only got this yesterday in the post. So I haven't stuck it on yet. I've stuck it on to make sure it works, but I haven't sunk my teeth into it yet. And that was the Flash for the Master System. So yeah, this is the only Master System game in the pickup video. I'm only after about another 3 more Master System games. I'm after Teddy Boy, the Shinobi, and another one. I'm after another one. Can't remember it. I know it's the Shinobi and Teddy Boy, and I think that's it actually. Or there's another one. I don't know, but they're the only 2 I can think of at the moment. But yeah, the Flash. solid, like side-scrolling action / platformer. Good game, yeah. So that's that one. And now we're on to Out and About. Games that I've got mostly from CEX, and the two gold. In fact, I've got another eBay purchase down here, but it's above the gold, and I'll talk about that when we get to it. But yeah, let's start with this one for the Xbox, Conflict Desert Storm 1, and I've been looking for this particular version, the Xbox version. I have got it on PS2, but I wanted it on Xbox. I experienced it most on the Xbox. I remember playing this back when I was doing my GCSEs in school, and after exams and before exams, or scheduled for an exam, me and a friend we'd do co-op on this, and this is best played on co-op. You can do it one player, but it's a bit more trickier, but it's more fun with a friend, where you control two people each. Like on the back you've got a sniper, heavy weapons, team leader and combat engineer, so you'd have two of those, and you can. It's good how you can strategize together to complete the missions. So yeah, solid game. If you haven't got it, recommended. But yeah, and next we got Galleon, so the Xbox original, and I got this from CEX for 50p. I did have this, but last year, maybe over a year ago, I had the way I had my setup behind me, I had a whole row of Xbox original games, like on the lower shelf, and one of my cats pissed up the boxes. You know, where they do that where they shake their tail and they spray. It got all of my Xbox originals, or most of them. Some of them survived it, but there's a couple that needed a box replacement. So I saw it in the CEX 50p. I thought I might as well buy a whole new copy. So there you go, got a new one. So I've got a loose disc and manual for that knocking around. So yeah, I might just fling that, maybe throw it at a charity shop or something. So yeah, next we got Medal of Honor Frontline for the Xbox for 75p, and yeah, I've got this because I have got it on PS2, but I experienced it first, the first time round on Xbox. So yeah, and this is a decent first-person shooter game, the old classic World War II theme, which was the norm back in this era of gaming, and now it's all terrorists and Russians and shit like that, all that sort of stuff, like modern, like advanced warfare, like that sort of thing. So yeah, Medal of Honor. This is a tricky game as well. It's not easy. This one ain't the sort of first-person shooter that holds your hand like today. This one you got to manually aim yourself, and some missions can be pretty tricky. And I remember back in the day having to resort to cheats to finish this game. I got about halfway and I got stuck. So yeah, Medal of Honor Frontline, 75p, cannot go wrong. And next is all Gamecube from here. So let's start with this one. Now I've got the CEX, and I took a punt on this one. And the reason I got this was at the time of getting it, I was considering doing a full Gamecube collection, like going for the full lot, because I was looking on a Retro Collect, and there's only 400 odd for this. I was considering it, but then I've got the PS2 set I'm still trying to get through, and I have been trying to pick a few off, because in fact, hang on, I did pick one up a while ago, long before I did the other pickups video, and I just never showed you. I don't know why, and that was Sengoku Anthology, and that was quite an expensive one. So I'm still picking off the PS2s, but it's slow going. I'm trying to pick off like the expensive ones first, then maybe resort to CEX for the cheaper ones. I don't know. I'm still on the PS2s, but yeah, Budokai. Did I show this one? I'm not sure. But yeah, the reason I got this was I was considering going for a full going for a full Gamecube set. I'm not sure. I'm on the fence about it. It's not decided. I see how I go, because I think I can do it. And then I was considering just getting the Gamecube classics, because there is a few titles on the Gamecube that I have in mind of getting. But then I don't see the point in having a full Gamecube set and a full PS2 set, because there is a lot of multiplats that are on both the consoles. But yeah, I think the Gamecube version, when it comes to multiplats, had a more unique look to it. It had a different kind of different visuals to it, a different feel to it. So yeah, Budokai 1. £6. I'm not sure if that was a good buy or not. I just took a punt on it and got it. So it's in my collection now, people. And next on Gamecube, I was actually looking this one up on eBay a few days before getting it now, and it's Pikmin 1, and I've got this also for £6. On the iPad, it's all displayed reverse right now, but it shouldn't when you watch it. But yeah, Pikmin. I've been on the radar for this one, and looking on eBay on and off, trying to get it. And so I want to get in. I want to try the Pikmin series. I was going to get Pikmin 3 on the Wii U, but then I thought, well, I haven't played the first two, so I don't know how to play the game properly. So I thought it's best to start at the beginning. And lo and behold, I went into CEX. The CEX I've been going to in Basildon has been pretty good to me when it comes to GameCube recently. So yeah, Pikmin. I've been in there a number of times, and each time I've seen one or two games that are different, like the good ones. So that's that. And the same. I think it was the same day I got that, or a time before, I went into CEX and I spotted this. Star Wars Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron 2, and it was £4, which you can't go wrong. It's pretty good price for this. And yeah, I have played the Rogue Squadron series before on N64, but I haven't tried the new ones, like these ones, like the GameCube ones. But these are pretty good games as well. They're like pretty good shooters. So that's that Rogue Leader Squadron. Pow. And next we've got one lonely PS2 game that I picked up from CEX a few days ago, and I've been trying to get this one as well recently. I've been looking on eBay trying to get this one. I was going to start from the third one and get the second one, then get this one, because them two are the more pricey ones. And this series on the PS2, I remember seeing it when I was in Japan for a little while, way back in 2007, 2008. This came out on the Wii. And I think back there it was called Fatal Frame, and I found Project Zero, and I got this in CEX, and I paid £10 for this one, which is a lot for a PS2 game in CEX, but this is about the going rate for it. You're not going to find it much cheaper unless you find it at a car boot sale or a charity shop or whatever. But yeah, CEX have been doing their eBay searches on this, and there's a lot of games in CEX where they've done that, where you see them for like a couple quid. In the pennies range where it's under £1, and then you see ones that are like 30 quid and 20 quid, and you know where they've got that price from. They go to eBay, because I saw a few games in there and I just turned a blind eye. I thought, I might as well get it on eBay for that price. And I mean, I've seen Suikoden 5 in there for 30 quid, and I was going to get it, and it turned out I've already got that one. It's Suikoden 4 that I didn't have, and they had Shadow Hearts for 25 quid, and they had another Shadow Hearts which was Covenant, I think, and that was 30 quid as well, and they had a few others that were in the 20 to 30 quid range. And I thought it's ridiculous that they compare to eBay, because eBay's an auction. Prices vary from day to day. Like for me to win an auction, the winner has to be the one that pays the most. So if you see a game end at 30 quid on eBay auction, that doesn't mean that's what it's worth. That means that someone had to pay 30 quid to get it. It might not necessarily be worth 30 quid, but when it comes to auctions, you've got to pay the most to get it, and everyone else under you, you've got to outbid someone to get that price. Because my maximum bid was 35, and if someone bidded 30, and when the auction ends, I'll be paying 30, not 35. So someone's got to go beyond my bid to get it. But yeah, you know how eBay works. But yeah, Project Zero, an interesting series. Looking to jump into this one very soon. I've got Tomb Raider on the go at the moment. I've just started it, and I might do this one afterwards, because yeah, I want to try this one. So yeah, that's that one. We're getting to the Gamecube Gold very soon. We've got one more, and then we're on the Gold. So yeah, next I got this one off eBay for 99p. It was a 99p auction plus the postal package, so about 3 to 4 quid I got this for. And I've been looking for this one for a while, and I do have it on PS2, but I wanted the GameCube version, because when I experienced it first on GameCube, and I remember when this came out for the first time, it came out on GameCube first, and then PS2 a couple months later. And I remember this coming out, and I was still in school, and when I went down to my local game station at the time, When I saw this on the shelf, I rushed back home and I scooped up a whole load of the games that I had at the time, and I took them in and traded it all up to get this. And that was when I made like a silly mistake. I took down, like, I think at the time I had like an N64, a PS1 and a whole other stuff, and I took, because at the time they didn't take much trading for that stuff at the time, because it was all outdated, wasn't it? Like the PS1 and N64, it was all Xbox, PS2 and Gamecube. So yeah, then a couple of weeks later the price of this just dropped. So yeah, it's a bit of a I ripped myself off there, but yeah, it's not a bad game. It's not as good as Rayman 1 on the PS1 at the time, but yeah, it's still a solid game. So that's Rayman 3 on the Gamecube. And next we're on the Gamecube Gold, people. Are you ready? Brace yourselves, make sure you're sitting down, because I've got two belters here, and I found these in PDSA in Basildon for $1.99 each, and you're going to fucking pass out when you see these. I never thought I'd see these in the wild in a charity shop. And the first one, and they were sitting on the shelf next to each other, because in the PDSA in Basildon, all the stuff like with DVD cases, like the DVD case, look, they're all scattered about. So you've got all the movies, PS2 and Xbox and whatnot, all scattered. You've got to like scan through them individually to make sure you don't miss anything, because yeah, you never know what you're gonna see, like, hidden if you're not paying attention. So yeah, the first one I found was this Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And this, I don't know too much about this game, but I know it's a fucking cool car. I remember seeing it in CEX last year, ages ago, for like £23, but I know it's probably gone up since then. And I never paid any mind to it. I ignored it. So yeah, I used to see a lot of Gamecube games last year when I weren't bothered with the Gamecube. I used to just ignore them. I used to see Luigi's Mansion, this, the Mario Party. I seen Mario Party 7 in CEX in Basildon last year. And it said it didn't have the mic, so I ignored it. But I knew that was a sought after one, because I saw it said it didn't have the mic. I ignored it. So, but yeah, I've seen this in the CEX before, but I know it's probably gone up. And I remember getting Zelda, the promo collector's edition, and I passed it on to Michael Thompson, and I saw that same game in there last week in CEX in Southend, and they want 30 quid for it now. I remember buying it for 15, so that's doubled in price now. So yeah, I found that in PDSA Basildon, and the next one is the find of the day, which I think is a bit better than Pokemon. It's on the same level of desire-ness, or people want it, and if you saw this in a car boot sale or something, you'd fucking do your nutting. You'd be super excited. And yeah, I know people want this one, and I've been sort of after this one, on and off. I've been thinking about getting it, but now I don't need to now, because I found it in a PDSA in a charity shop, and that is Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door. So yeah, and it's all there as well. So yeah, those were the two Gamecube Golds side by side. And that's me done for the day for the pickups. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And fingers crossed for my my flight. So yeah, peace. Bye bye.